Welcome back to AI Prompt Boss. The channel promise is simple. If you run a service business and you need tell me what to say assets fast, you're in the right place. Today's workflow is the foundation for everything, your messaging. Because if your messaging is vague, every email, post, DM, and proposal you generate will be vague too. So before we get started, I always like to start a new project, and we'll just click new project on the left hand side here, and then we're just going to name our project. I'm going to name it our business, and then of course you can change the memory settings. I'll leave it as default this time, and then I'm going to click create project. Okay, great. I just want to mention, if you do it this way, it's not mandatory, but it helps because you actually can then go in and attach photos, files, things related. So for example, in your business, you probably already have a lot of files unless you're brand new. And if you're brand new, that's perfectly fine. But as you get files, you can add them to this, and then it will help inform the system. Let's say you don't want to keep typing certain information over and over again. Just upload documents about your businesses, and as ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or Perplexity, whichever large language model you choose, as it helps you build your business documents, you can come back and attach those to your project. Okay, so for today's prompting, we're looking at messaging, and you'll need to know a few things. So let's look at our prompt. I first want to note that the role here for this prompt, you see prompts out in the market, and you see a lot of prompts. And like, for example, this is the kind of prompt you may see. Turn my offer into a clear, tell me what to say messaging people instantly understand. That's an example of a prompt. It's very much a very baseline prompt, and it's like most things, if you put a baseline prompt in, you're going to get baseline results. So we always want to kind of build more context and information into our prompts. So that starts with us giving our system, our LLM, a role. Okay. And then for this one, we're putting it in the role of a senior brand strategist for service businesses. When you look at a role, think of working at a company that has a sales department, a human resources department, and a maintenance department. If you go to the human resources manager and say, I need you to create a sales plan for this new product we're about to release, okay, they can probably do that, but having them do that versus a salesperson that literally does that all day and all week, you're going to get different results. That's the same thing here. We want to always put the large language model in the right mindset, in the right role, and then we tell it what we want it to do here. So this is our goal, to turn this offer into messaging, and then we need to give it context. Depending on your business type, it's gonna, the brackets will always be areas that you need to fill in. So here you can be a coach, a consultant, an agency, a realtor, a recruiter, HR, a fractional provider, and then we're going to tell it what audience we help, what offer that we sell, and then the outcomes that we would like here in the proof. You can fill these out up front, or you can fill these brackets out at the end. And then the output format is going to be a one-liner. It just depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for an elevator pitch? Are you looking for bullet points that show the benefits of your business? Are you looking for call to action, CTAs? And then we're giving it some rules here. No jargon, no hype, make it specific and client facing. I'm going to purposely just put this in just like this and see the results that we get. And since we did not specify the different fields and brackets, it basically gave us two examples on its own. So it gave us one of a realtor in the Brookhaven neighborhood of Atlanta, or Brookhaven area, I should say now, because they become incorporated, if I'm not mistaken. So here's the one liner. It tells that this person helps buyers win the right 2-story home without overpaying. Here's their elevator pitch in up to 70 words representing these buyers. Then here are some bullet points and credibility lines saying that this person has 15 years in the Atlanta market, 40 homes closed, average close of 31 days, their track record. This is actually based on information that we've already given to the system, even though I did not put fresh information in. This is information that's in the memory because of some of the other prompts that we've demonstrated here. So it's giving us an example here. Then the second one is basically kind of giving us one for our own company, AI Prompt Boss. Return your messy offer into words people instantly understand and buy. So if people ask, so what do you do? And you stumble, I fix that. So it is giving us one for our own business, which is great. Now, some of these lines will feel a little bit fluffed up. So sometimes we need to tighten our outcome and signal a stronger proof point. So in about 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how to turn this prompt into 3 different styles: friendly, confident, and premium, so you can match your brand and stop rewriting everything. So first, let's kind of tighten this output. And here's our prompt. Tighten this messaging. Replace vague phrases with concrete outcomes. Keep the one-liner under 14 words. Make the benefits measurable where possible, and make the calls to action low friction and specific, and return the same 5-part format. So here we come back with things that are more concrete. It talks about representing buyers that want a 2-story home and a clean, confident purchase for our real estate agent. And it gives things that are more quantifiable, giving you your tour and offer game plan in 15 minutes. And then for our consultant, is giving us more quantifiable things like you walk away with 5 finished assets and 3 one-liner options and 3 common objections. By tightening the language, we get client-ready language. If I was a recruiter, I could try this same messaging, and let's see how that would look for a recruiter. So let's say we had a recruiting agency, or we are a recruiting consultant, or own an HR fractional business. So we just tell it to swipe the content, and then we're putting it in the mindset of that business owner that's a recruiter. We gave it our audience, which are hiring managers and small business owners. And then our offer is for placements and HR support. And here are our outcomes and our objections that we normally receive. So now it's created the new messaging based on what we put into the system. And it talks about helping small businesses hire the right people faster. And then it gives some other things down here as far as shortlisting candidates. I'm sure you could also make this quantifiable if you want to give a certain number that you can, give to that client. We'll always give you a short list of 5 highly qualified candidates, things of that nature. And here are your calls to action for a recruiter. So now you can see how this messaging could be easily switched out for different types of businesses. Now let's build our messaging matrix. This is the part that makes every future prompt you run more consistent. Your content, your emails, your DMs, your proposals, everything. So let's put our prompt here. And so here we're going to put the LLM in the role of a direct response copy chief. And we're building a messaging matrix that you can reuse for all content and sales assets. So your brand personality, I'm going to go ahead and put this time in that my brand personality is going to be bold, confident, and fun. The tone should be positive and value-based. No negative attributes is what I would say. Words to avoid. I don't know if there's any words that we need to avoid right now. None here. And then I'm going to make sure we put ourselves in the right role. Our business. Okay, we're going to swap context again because we want this for a different, let's say where we've got an HVAC business. Audience, residential homeowners, and fair pricing. And then I'm going to go back up here and put out here, audience pains are going to be heating in the winter, cooling in the summer, and their desires are properly working HVAC system. Just doing this to kind of show you how different businesses can use these different prompts to their advantage. So we're asking it to help us with messaging. And it's telling us some different bullet points. We want to lead with the homeowners win and their comfort, speed, and a smooth experience. Anytime we're doing anything, we want to be bold and not pushy. And as we go down to say this, not that, it's giving us some different wording on what to say. Get your home comfortable fast, not stop suffering in extreme temps. So like if we told it we don't want anything negatively worded, that's why it's telling us don't say certain things. And then here's the three sample paragraphs that I mentioned earlier that you can use in your messaging. So for our HVAC company, when your heat isn't keeping up or your AC can't catch a break, you don't need a lecture, you need comfort fast. We'll show up on time, diagnose the issue, explain your options in plain English, and give you a price before any work starts. Want to grab the next appointment available? So, that's the example there. And of course, premium is giving us a different kind of messaging, basically conveying the same thing, a little bit more bold and direct, because at the end, instead of asking if you want to grab the next appointment available, we're making the case that they already need an appointment, and we're just asking them, is it morning or afternoon is better for you? So this is the way you can use ChatGPT for some of your messaging for your business, whether you're a brand new business or you're a business that's been around for years. And in order to grab these prompts, they're available for free in our school community. And we also have our free thumbnail generator available. All of those are linked in the description. And I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.